forward to her first visit to the capital as a soldier, her first chance to spend her pay on more than extra food. Very well. Esther's tone was as harsh as the reality they all faced. You may examine her. Kerr straightened and edged away from the wall of the tent, just in time to avoid being caught by her sister's runner when he came to the entrance and signaled to her. She tugged her green tunic straight, with fingers grown suddenly cold, and followed the girl in, coming to attention in front of Esther's traveling desk and giving her salute. Barrack leader, Black Company, Emerald Cohort, reporting as requested, she said. She kept her eyes fixed firmly on her sister, as if the man in the black tunic with the griffin-shaped emblem of the halls of law on his left shoulder wasn't even in the tent. At ease, soldier. Kerr saw the little muscle at the corner of Esther's jaw jumping. She was angry, all right. There was no love lost between the military and the halls of law at the best of times, and whatever happened today wasn't going to help. You will submit yourself to Talent High Inquisitor Luca Paanerion for examination. Esther looked Kerida right in the eyes, unflinching. Her sister was facing this head-on, and Kerida knew she was expected to do the same. She turned smartly to her left, bringing herself face-to-face with the talent, and swallowed. No wonder his voice was familiar. Talent High Inquisitor Paanerion was the one who had done her final examination at 15, so it was less than a year since she'd seen him. Like the majority of people, Kerida hadn't shown any talent. The Inquisitor was lots older than either of her sisters, though not nearly as old as her father, who was at least 10 years retired from his post as Pharaoh of the Panther Wing. The Inquisitor's eyes were a most unusual shade of pale lilac, though they turned gray as he bent his head away from the light. Please, open the neck of your tunic. He gestured toward his own collar and came a step closer. Gritting her teeth, Kerr undid the braided closure of her collar and spread it open. She swallowed again, and shifted the twisted leather cord that held her military identification plaque to one side. Inquisitor Paanerion moved closer still and placed his hand so his thumb rested on Kerr's right collarbone and his fingertips on her left. His left hand he placed across her forehead. At first, Kerida felt nothing, but then a creeping cold spread from the places of contact, pleasant at first in the heat of this summer afternoon, like a wet washcloth when she had a fever. But this cold didn't fade. It grew. Grew until Kerr started to hiss with the pain of it. No matter how many times this happened, Kerr thought, a person would never get used to it. Relax. It will pass. It sounded enough like a command that Kerida instinctively obeyed it. And the cold faded, replaced by a tingling warmth. This warmth spread through her, and gradually Kerr's muscles loosened, and she felt as though she were somehow floating. She wanted to resist, to turn away, but the warmth was comforting. Images began to form. Kerr is sorting the weapons. What about this one? Vicky asks, handing her a short sword with a worn leather grip. It's the right weight, Kerr says, hefting it. I wonder... Suddenly she falls to her knees, sweat starting out on her brow. She hears her voice from far away. This has blood on it. I don't see any blood, Vicky says. It has Juan's blood. Her own voice, still distant. Juan's and Tikor's and Sony's. Too much blood. Too much. She drops the weapon and looks up. Vicky's eyes are wide with shock. What? Kerr says. The sweat on her skin turns cold when she realizes what's happened. Vicky saw me, she thought now, as the images faded. And though Vicky hadn't said anything to her at the time, she must have said something to someone later. And that something had reached the ears of the talent assigned to the Emerald Cohort. No knowing how, because surely no soldier would have gone to a talent directly and reported on one of their own. Even a rumor would have been enough for the talent to act, however. Otherwise, why would the